Hello, this is Angelia with today's Bible reading. Today's reading comes from Genesis 33, Jacob meets Esau. Now remember, Jacob's been kind of about meeting Esau because he stole his birthright, but actually Esau kind of gave it away pretty easy. So, Then Jacob lifted his eyes and looked, and beheld, Esau was coming, and 400 men with him. So he divided the children among Leah and Rachel and the two maids. He put the maids and their children in front, and Leah and her children next, and Rachel and Joseph last. But he himself passed on ahead of them and bowed down to the ground 7 times, until he came near to his brother. Then Esau ran to meet him and embraced him, and fell on his neck and kissed him, and they wept. He lifted his eyes and saw the woman and the children, and said, "Who are these with you?" So he said, "The children whom God has graciously given your servant." Then the maids came near with their children, and they bowed down. Leah likewise came near with her children, and they bowed down. And afterward Joseph came near with Rachel, and they bowed down. And he said, "What do you mean by all this company which I have met?" And he said, "To find favor in the sight of my Lord." But Esau said, "I have plenty, my brother. Let what you have be your own." Jacob said, "No, please. If I now have found favor in your sight, then take my present from my hand. For I see your face as one who sees the face of God, and you have received me favorably. Please take my gift, which has been brought to you, because God has dealt graciously with me, and because I have plenty." Thus he urged him, and he took it. Then Esau said, "Let us take our journey and go, and I will go before you." But he said to him, "My Lord knows that the children are frail, and that the flocks and herds which are nursing are a care to me. And if they are driven hard one day, all the flocks will die. Please let my Lord pass on before his servant, and I will proceed at my leisure, accompanying to the pace of the cattle that are before me, and according to the pace of the children, until I come to my Lord at Seir." Esau said, "Please let me leave with you some of the people who are with me." But he said, "What need is there? Let me find favor in the sight of my Lord." So Esau returned that day on his way to Seir. Jacob journeyed in Succoth, and built for himself a house, and made booths for his livestock. Therefore the place is named Succoth. Let's see what our biblical scholars have to say about this. Esau was coming. Jacob hastily divided his family into 3 groups, and went ahead of them to meet his brother. The division and relative location of his family in relationship to the perceived danger gives tremendous insight into whom Jacob favored. Of course, we all know that. Fearfully and deferentially, Jacob approached his brother as an inferior would a highly honored patron, while gladly and eagerly Esau ran to greet his brother without restraint of emotion. They wept, because, after 21 years of troubling separation, old memories were wiped away, and murderous threats belonged to the distant past. Hearts had been changed, brothers reconciled. Family introductions, and an explanation of the 550 animals gift, properly acknowledged the gracious provision of the Lord upon his life. The battle for generosity was won by Jacob when Esau, who initially refused to take anything from his brother, finally agreed to do so. Your face, the face of God. Jacob acknowledged how God had so obviously changed Esau, as indicated by his facial expression which was not one of sullen hate, but of brotherly love, divinely wrought and restored. Let me find favor. Jacob did not want to have Esau's people loaned to him for fear something might happen to, again, fracture their relationship. To Seir, to Succoth. With Esau's planned escort courteously dismissed, they parted company. Jacob expressed intention to meet again in Seir, for whatever reason, did not materialize. Instead, Jacob halted his journey first at Succoth, then at Shechem. Succoth is east of the Jordan River, 20 miles east of Shechem, which is 65 miles north of Jerusalem, located between Mounts Ebal and Gerizim. Okay, and there's no supporting scripture today. So that is the story of Jacob meeting Esau. That's a nice story, that the brothers could get back together, even though they had, some problems. So, amen. Please like and share this word so we can spread this around the world. If you want to help me out, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to help me out even more, go to my Patreon page and become a patron. Thanks for watching. That's all for now. Until next time.